Last year, the congressional Republicans insisted that when we passed the overall federal budget, we cut out of it to the Department of Homeland Security and not fully fund the department. They insisted on this so that they could enter into a debate with the president over the issue of immigration. And the House of Representatives sent us funding for this department contingent on 5 riders, anti-immigration riders, going after the president's position on immigration. They have created an artificial, unnecessary, dangerous funding crisis. I've come to the floor over the last several weeks while this has been under consideration in the Senate, urging the passage of a clean appropriation bill for the Department of Homeland Security. I was heartened yesterday by the overwhelming vote of 98-2 to move toward passing this clean appropriation bill. It appears that finally we've come together on a bipartisan basis to fund this critical agency at the 11th hour. But sadly, there's no response from the House of Representatives as to whether they'll even consider the timely funding for this department. And so we run the real risk that we will have to shut down this department and put America at risk as a result of it. That is unfortunate, because we know how important this department is, and we know that the threats are real. It was last weekend when we disclosed intelligence gathered that there were extremist groups threatening the malls of America. There were specific threats to malls that were owned by Jewish enterprises, whatever that meant, but that's what they said. And that's what we're up against. We see it around the world, real terrorism and real extremism. And now the question is, does the Speaker of the House see this threat? Do the Republicans who are in majority in the House see this threat? Do they see it enough to want to fund this critical agency? Well, this morning on television, there was an interview from one of the Republican congressmen from Alabama. He said, no, he said, this is really a debate about the Constitution, not about convenience. Convenience? I don't understand that word. When we talk about protecting America from terrorism, this is not a convenience. This is a necessity. This is part and parcel of why we exist as a Congress, to keep America safe. So now the ball is in the court of the Republicans in the House. I think we'll pass a clean bill here, and I think it'll be overwhelmingly positive and bipartisan.